I'm off to the post office to pick up a tarp. I've already got one delivered the other day, so I can, if I want to, build a tent city if I wanted to now going away. So I'm quite confident to be dry and out of the elements if we need to be when we go away. That's me and Lucy, who is joining me on my journey. I've also effectively handed my flat back now to the landlord. It's passed his inspection, which is great. Another 3 weeks max, because it's 3 weeks today, May the 2nd, which is local elections day. Make sure you spoil your ballot. I do not consent. They all get counted. I will be doing that before I leave. And I haven't actually got a plan yet, because that's one of the things that I've got to do. I'd also want to give a big shout out to Bernie's Voice on Twitter. As you can see, I'm on a mic at the moment. So I'm really grateful to Bernie's Voice on Twitter for providing me with this set of mics and giving me some support and the coffee, etc. So I really appreciate that. 6 months ago, I decided I was going to walk rural areas, nice areas of natural beauty of the UK. And there's about 15 to 20 that I've identified after I lost my on-air hours at TNT Radio and my cat Schrodner died. I was gutted and I was like, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to record it and stick it all on social media. About 3 months ago, coming towards the end of January, I was like, right, everyone was asking me, what's happening with your walk, Darren? And I decided that I was going to walk the rural areas of the UK. I had other people who were interested in joining me. There are hundreds of people actually who have messaged me and said that they're interested in joining me, camping with me, etc, etc. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to walk all the way up to Scotland. The first trip is going to involve the North Coast of Devon, Dartmoor, Exmoor, the Quantocks, South Down, New Forest, and end up in the Brighton area, which I'm going to quickly escape from quickly. And then I'm going to go to Brecon Beacons in Wales, maybe the Cotswolds in the Gloucester area before that. And then I want to go and climb Snowdonia and go to Snowdonia and camp there. Why not? Got to do that. From there, inland, Peak District, Lake District, maybe some of the coastline there, on the west coast of the UK. And then I'm going to go to Northern Ireland. And then once I've done some of the coastal areas of Northern Ireland, and there's people I want to see, Rick Munn in particular in Northern Ireland. And then I'm going to go from Northern Ireland to Scotland. I wouldn't mind crossing the bridge, the Forth Five Bridge, and into Scotland. I wouldn't mind walking that, and the Severn Bridge, because I've got a companion with me, Lucy, who's coming with me. Probably going to walk 10 to 15 miles, 2 days in a row, and then have a rest day. And I'm going to use that sort of structure all the way through, so I don't brutalise myself. On rest days, I may use local transport, buses, trains, things like that, to get from one area to the other. Otherwise, it'll take forever, wouldn't it? And it's thousands of miles if you want to zigzag your way across the UK. And then after I've got to Scotland, I thought all bets are off. There are boats now being brought into the question, so I might have another adventure afterwards. And whilst I'm walking this, I'm going to be raising awareness of COVID tyranny. I'm going to be trying to wake people up. I'm going to be raising money for UKCVFamily. I have spoken to one of their trustees. I had a sort of quite a long conversation. There's some bureaucratic, red tape reasons, documentation and all that sort of stuff that I wouldn't be able to do as a one-man band. And so I can't work for them directly. But nothing's stopping me from raising money for them. They know that exactly that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm sure when I start, they'll be keeping an eye on this. So I'm going to be putting a crowdfunder out in the coming weeks, and that will be to raise money for this particular charity who look after people who have been vaccine injured. They provide legal support, counselling, mental health support, a whole variety of support, financial support to these individuals who are not getting it from our government. And we've got an election coming up in October. You want to remember what they did, yeah, before you fucking start ticking any of those boxes. I do not consent. That's what you need to be writing on your ballot box in October, as well as the May 2nd local elections. Okay, so I have quit my job, I've quit my flat, I've stored anything that's of any real value, some good clothes. I've got 3 treasure troves, if you want to call them that, dotted around either in Plymouth or up in London. And I've got loads of places potentially I could stay as well, including a boat. Yeah, it sounds like that could be my next adventure, a boat. I've got that sort of, I've done that. All the rest of my stuff I've given away. Feels good. My flat been cleaned, back to the landlord. Amazing. When I give those keys back to my landlord in 3 weeks' time, I will be technically homeless, yeah, apart from the tent. But I've reduced myself to very, very, very few possessions. As you can see by the smile in my face, I'm particularly happy about it. I've basically closed down my entire life, and now I have very, very little, which is amazing. So when I say we, I talk about me and Lucy, who hopefully right now is doing some walking with her backpack on, which she's doing as drill instructor Darren has instructed her to do. But mostly going to be staying in campsites. We're going to wild camp all the way through the UK. You're not really allowed to wild camp in the UK. I'm going to take in the Cotswolds, Black and Beacons and Snowdonia for the second leg. That's going to take a few weeks. Lake District and the Peak District. I've got a speaking engagement in Buxton. And then there's people all along these routes who want to come and join me or meet me, or so they're going to put me up, or they've got land or a garden. So between now and then, I've got to create a load of social media groups, a load of Twitter groups. So if you've said this to me, then I'm going to be putting you in Twitter groups in the coming days. Me and Lucy have got our bag sorted. We've done a whole kit thing. She gets the whole concept of weight matters. Lucy's going to be carrying between 7 and 8 kilos, but I'm trying my best to get it down lower than that. Their birthday's coming up on the 15th, so I might go and buy something that'll help lower that weight and improve her comfort. It really adds up after the miles, and hopefully I'll be going 12 kilos or less. Might be a bit heavier than that, but it'll be around 12 and a half kilos max. So we've got all our kits sorted. I will probably do a buy me a coffee or something like that on my Twitter if people want to contribute to my living costs. Because me and Lucy are self-funding. We're doing this ourselves. I mean, it's cost me thousands already, so I don't really care. But I'm thinking about Lucy. So if you want to contribute to that, I'll probably put a buy me a coffee or maybe something in the Crowdfunder. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, the Crowdfunder for the charity, that's coming out in a couple of weeks. Another thing, yeah. All my plans have all worked. Everything I've planned is all just falling in place exactly, perfectly. Everything. It's just gone ding, 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 all into place. Amazing. The only thing I need to happen is for the weather to go blue. Okay, final little clip for my video editor to sort out. Don't use AliExpress. I used AliExpress, my parcel's not there. Fortunately, it wasn't very expensive. I have no fucking idea where it is. I've been waiting for it for ages. So don't use AliExpress. Use Amazon. Amazon are great. You might not like the idea of Amazon. Fucking brilliant, mate. I can order anything I want and it's on my doorstep the next day. And it's cheaper than everywhere else. What can you do? What can you do? It's the future, isn't it? All our kit is sorted. Our weights are good. They're where I want them. Lucy is sort of below 8 kilos. She'll probably be near 7 kilos by the time I've bought her a birthday present in a minute. In the final week, in the final days leading up to me leaving, I'll probably be in a campsite by then, acclimatising myself in my tent, and I'll just pop back to Plymouth to spoil my palate. Yeah, because part of this walk, one of the reasons why I'm doing it is I'm saying fuck you for at least for 3 or 4 months at least, and saying I don't consent, I don't comply with any of your bullshit, and I'm gonna not contribute, which sounds almost selfish, doesn't it? But I'm not gonna comply. I'm not gonna conform. I want to meet like-minded people en route who feel exactly the same. And hey, maybe DD can get that fucking revolution that he wanted, eh? If I do that, yeah, because it starts here. That's what it's all about.